Black bears are an American icon, from popular cartoons to fire prevention campaigns to many national parks. This shy but amiable creature is ubiquitous in our national culture. With a range that includes all but 5 or 6 states, the black bear population is large and thriving. That's good news, but it also means there's the potential for increasing numbers of human-bear encounters as we continue to encroach on bears' habitat. So it's vitally important that we understand how, where, and why bears move, especially in boundary areas between human space and bear habitat. A group of Central Florida researchers is in the midst of a study that does just that.
The main thing that we wanted to explore with the project is the dynamics of bears living in an urban setting. So we wanted to see how that influences their movements, where they go, how frequent they go into neighborhoods or are in the park. The main thing is, what are the drivers for these movements? For the cubs, basically looking at the health of the cubs. So you're taking measurements, their weight and length, to compare it with historical data on what size the cubs should be at that age.
Impetus for the study came from Don Brouillard, an amateur photographer and president of Friends of the Wekiva River.
The idea for the study came from working and doing a lot of wildlife photography in Seminole State Forest. In the first couple of years I was out there, I was seeing a lot of bears, and it was pretty even densities through a lot of different types of habitats. And then the drought hit in 2010, and all of a sudden I wasn't seeing a lot of bears. But I joined Friends of the Wekiva River at that time, and started to get exposed to a lot of people along the urban edge, and they were having lots of stories about bears. So I was wondering what the dichotomy was, why we were having this difference in bears.
In 2014, Disney Nature awarded the group $25,000, allowing them to move forward with the study.
After we were awarded that grant, we continued to obtain additional funding. And now we have grown the study to over an $80,000 bear study in the Wekiva Basin, and it's a study that has never been done before in our area.
The researchers are placing GPS collars on bears to collect data on their movements. They also rely on volunteers to supplement that data.
The volunteers' role is very important because we'll need them to go out and observe and record what they see at the locations that the bears are spending a considerable amount of time, so we can understand the bears' choices of where they're going and what habitats they're using.
Biologists know that bear behavior is driven mostly by their need to find mates, food, and shelter. So they want to determine the main influences on these decisions and how humans play a role.
We've actually moved into their area. It's not the reverse. So we're taking over a lot of the upland oak woodlands that used to be a steady resource for them. That's why we need to be more educated and more aware of our own activities and behavior. And if we do that, we can enjoy the resource of seeing the bears and be safe at the same time.
Perhaps most important, by better understanding bears, we can better protect both people and the environment.
If we can learn more about the bears and why they're going where they are and how frequently they do that, then we can inform the public on why they're doing it, what behavior we need to change to reduce the number of conflicts that are going on, and to increase safety for those that choose to live near the park.
When we protect the bears and the bear habitat, we're more likely to protect the threatened and endangered and all the other species that share their same habitat. So they are a very important species to the overall ecosystem.
Watch full episodes of SciTech Central Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. on WUCF TV.